You know, the more I watch the news and the more I just keep listening to what's happening with the economy, with with everything, I get more and more bullish on SoFi. So this video is gonna be on SoFi Technologies, ticker symbol SOFI, and my God. Okay, so with this video, I'm gonna ignore everything that SoFi has said themselves and point to different news, like different events that have happened, and show why those things make me even more bullish than even what Noto is saying, right? Noto obviously like he's just gonna you see SoFi Technology. It doesn't matter how well they do. It doesn't matter how much they excel. As a parent from the past 2 years, the market's still gonna take a crap on them. Let's be honest. That doesn't matter what SoFi does. I think that like it's market makers are gonna do what market makers are gonna do. Like I've just given up on SoFi being able to single handedly just like do something that will flip Wall Street around. Like Galileo today, they just produced like a new product, right? That's basically gonna it's a pretty big product if you understand what it is. I'm not gonna go too much into it. I think it has to do with more like like more like risk management and kind of like basically being able to quickly determine whether or not someone gets a loan based off of AI, based off of like certain metrics using a risk model. But I read like the three news articles within I think yesterday and today that just make me so bullish on just the position that SoFi is in, and basically their ability to kind of be the winner that, or not the winner, at least like the person who takes more and more of the market share, more and more of this pie. So let's talk about the first thing. Bank of America raises minimum hourly wage to $24 as tellers flee the industry. Oh no! Wait, if Bank of America has to raise their workers' wages, that means SoFi has to raise their workers. Oh wait, SoFi doesn't have any tellers, huh? And if you think that it's only going to be Bank of America that's raising their minimum wage, you don't think that other banks are going to have to compete? You don't think JP Morgan's going to have to compete? Wells Fargo, Citibank, I don't know, like all the other ones, Mechanic Bank, I can't think of any other ones, but like, think about it, right? Like, as Bank of America, as these tellers are leaving the industry and Bank of America has to pay more and more for the same amount of work, basically, then other companies will have to compete by raising their prices as well, right? And SoFi is not in that. This doesn't affect SoFi at all. This is basically the other banks that need a brick and mortar bank. They're basically racing to the bottom, or I guess to the top in the terms of pay. Whereas SoFi Bank, because they never relied on this to begin with, because they're an online only bank, they don't give a flying hoot. Like, this is so bullish on SoFi. This came out today. This is so bullish on SoFi in my opinion. No one's talking about it. I mean, also like Bank of America, like given their recent stock performance, I mean, there's a reason why Buffett's selling. But yeah, like again, this is amazing, right? This is perfect. This is great news for SoFi Technologies. Next thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about this one first. Ally Bank's stock drops as its CFO says consumers are struggling and delinquencies are rising. Oh no. Wait, SoFi Bank. What if their delinquencies are rising? What if they're struggling? What if people aren't paying? Oh wait, didn't during the earnings call, didn't Noto didn't Crystal Point, didn't they say that they're on the opposite side? That delinquencies are actually dropping? Huh. Okay, so the banks that are giving all these crappy loans to these people that have crappy credit scores, and to the fintech like Affirm and Klarma or whatever other BNPL company you use, that are giving loans to people that need to pay their broccoli in installments. Those people, they're they might be defaulting on their loans. But SoFi Bank on the other hand, they're saying that basically their loan book is getting stronger and stronger. Again, isn't this bullish on SoFi? As if you see your competitors dropping like flies because they built a poor foundation, because they built a poor bird trap, mouse trap, then more and more people, you basically get more people that are now mistrusting of these other stocks, of these other not stocks, of these other banks, of these other fintech. They're going to go to other more trustworthy banks or more trustworthy fintech, right? And in that case, I think SoFi is one of those people that stand to benefit. Like, this is also SoFi dropped on this news, but in the earnings call, Noto and the point were like, we're on the opposite side. Our delinquencies are dropping. Like, this is so bullish. Basically, when you're in a race, if let's say you're NASCAR race or whatever, if you see your opponent's wheel fly off, that's bullish on your chance of winning, right? This is great, right? Oh, I mean, it's bad, right? Obviously, like, the economy getting worse is bad, but like in terms of like what it means for SoFi to really actualize and realize this dream of being a top 10 financial institution, this just increases the odds, right? In a recession, you get rid of in a forest fire, you destroy all the weak plantation or all the weak vegetation. You destroy all that weak stuff. It becomes fuel for the ones that are strong to keep surviving, to build to grow bigger. And the next thing, this piece, J.P. Morgan Chase shares dropped 5%. It was like 7% at one point after bank tempers guidance on interest income and expenses. Basically, what they're saying is, in this entire article, they're saying that, oh, well, because interest rates are falling, then we're gonna earn less money on interest, right? So therefore, we didn't project this, and then that's why our income's not gonna be as great. We're talking about J.P. Morgan. You don't think they already knew, or at least they already projected that this might happen? They're the biggest freaking bank. Hello, you don't think they already knew that this was that this was going to happen? They for sure knew. Dude, this is just, in my opinion, this is just an excuse because they realize that, like, they're basically getting, someone is eating their lunch. At least, okay, not eating their lunch, but someone's like nibbling at their lunch. They, like, this is exactly what this is also bullish, right? In my opinion. I mean, I don't want to sound like a perma SoFi bull, but this JP Morgan is saying that, oh, because interest, it's $90 billion, which is what we recently estimated. It's not going to be reasonable because the Federal Reserve is cutting rates. We've been projecting that the Federal Reserve would be cutting rates. Is that not true? They're saying that now. We've been thinking like 6 interest rates in like January, and then like we dropped down to like 1 or 2 or like 3, and like later on. But like the fact that they're doing this now instead of like maybe like 2 years ago. I mean, like, this is like, in my opinion, just an attempt to cover up that either maybe one, they have less deposits, less money to loan and to earn money on, right? Or maybe someone just messed up bigly. But either or, that's still like, I still think that this news is indirectly bullish for SoFi, because at the same rate, SoFi is saying, oh, we expect that all of our segments are going to get bigger and stronger and earn more money, right? We'll be able to monetize credit cards or whatever, right? They're not able to do so right now, but then they're saying that because our other segments are more and more profitable, those profits can be used to aid in the struggling segments until they become profitable. And like, it just becomes an ever spinning flywheel. Football season has started. SoFi Stadium, hello. I mean, is it TGA, whatever, the golf, freaking NBA, like, think about how many people they might be attracting just based on. I think even Noto in the last interview, I think yesterday, maybe it might have been 2 days ago, when he talks about their unaided brand awareness, it's getting cheaper and cheaper, right? Like they're getting more and more unaided brand awareness. I think they said, I forgot how much it was, but they're just saying they pointed that out a few times. So, like, I don't even have to look at SoFi news. Yeah, they created more products. Yeah, they're coming up with new credit cards. Yeah, they have this they have the new subscription based SoFi Pro Plus member, right? Yeah, they have all these things to earn more and more money. Yeah, I mean, you can look at mortgages, right? Freaking Redfin go up hella. Like Redfin just went up hella, and just based off of this alone, right? All those stocks and all those companies that have to deal with like basically housing, right? All those went up hella. SoFi Bank, they're also part of that group of stocks that should be benefiting from from basically rate cuts. But at the same point, J.P. Morgan is saying, "Oh no, rate cuts bad for me." Come on, this is just a load of bullcrap. We all know this. Well, come on, okay. So I'm just, like, I don't even have to look at what SoFi is doing to just be more and more bullish because I already know that they're excelling. I noted, yeah, I do keep up to date with what SoFi does and the new products they release. But like we like just from past history, that doesn't matter. We know it doesn't matter, right? And like this is these three articles that I saw in the span of 2 days. What was it? September 10th. Okay, okay. I guess it was all today. I I guess it was all today. Whoops, my bad. But yeah, all within the span of one day, three banks, and I'm sure even more. Right? They're just gonna go like just shows cracks in the financial part of the economy. Now, I'm not saying that SoFi is just gonna go like straight to the moon immediately, right? Honestly, in my opinion, I feel that the weight of just like the possibility of maybe bank failures, bank runs, all these things with all these banks losing market share or at least like losing money or like earning less money, I think that's gonna be a negative anchor, like a heavy anchor on SoFi stock in the near term future, right? In the same way that the bank runs of Silicon Valley Bank, of Signature Bank, of First Republic Bank, those dropped the price of SoFi to like I think was it $5 or $4 or something like that. Like in the same vein, I in my opinion I think that might happen as well. But when people realize that like SoFi isn't the one struggling, in fact they're in a position to capitalize on the fall of other banks. That's when the market turns. When people realize that oh we should invest in only the stronger ones and only the more stable banks, the ones that have built a better mousetrap, the ones that are financially stable and less risky, more risk off, right? Those are the banks that we should invest in. And SoFi has been excelling on all like basically everything in my well, not everything, but like obviously credit cards is still not that great. But like they're improving at least on like every cookie jar that they're putting their hands in, every cookie jar that they have their fingers in, they're earning market share. Isn't just while all these other banks are making stupid excuses, that I don't know what else to say. I mean, like I can reiterate the same exact points that everyone else is talking about. Oh, SoFi to $45, or whatever. Listen, if anyone could predict stock price, they would be a bajillionaire. Okay, like, just invest in good companies at fair prices, and then and then the market will eventually realize that they were wrong, and they will eventually catch up. The more you wait, the more loaded that spring is, and the faster it is, the more violent it is on the way up, in my opinion. Again, I'm not saying that SoFi is going to rocket ship emoji to the moon, and I'm also, but with all the fundamentals that SoFi has, and after maybe this more more like unstable or more volatile period, when I think that some banks might face a lot of trouble, some banks might even fall, some banks might get swallowed up by bigger banks. In this time period, SoFi stock price might go down because just investors in general will be wary of the financial like institutions, right? But in the long term, I think that SoFi will rise out of that like stronger and bigger and better than ever before. If not that, then at least more well known than ever before. Being able to like beat the odds. Everyone was wishing on SoFi's downfall. One thing, I do have this long term wedge that I kind of drew just now that I kind of just noticed. I drew it from here. I don't really like, this is the weekly chart. I don't really like drawing from the tip I usually like doing from the bottom of the tip, like right at the breakout point. I feel like that's usually a pretty I guess strong data point. I guess I don't know how to say it, but I do see this wedge that's forming. It ends around like probably like here, so maybe sometime in September of 2025. Great, got a long way to go. No, but like this is just like we're in this wedge, right? People are worried. Oh, we dropped out of this previous wedge that people drew like from here to here. Oh no, whatever, right? I mean, the I'm just gonna hold, right? It's a solid company. I honestly don't think it's worth only $7, right? As I said before, people are saying, "Oh, SoFi is just a bank." Okay, well, if okay, ask them this: if you were to separate SoFi Bank from the rest of SoFi, right? You just have a SoFi Bank and then you have SoFi Technologies. That SoFi Bank is worth how much? And then SoFi Technology is worth how much? And then you look at the growth rates, you look at the customer acquisition, you look at all these things, and then ask them again, how much is it worth? And it's damn sure not going to be only $7.05. Market's stupid. Market's irrational. Whatever. The fact that, honestly, in my opinion, the fact that SoFi fell in this news is comical. I think it fell on Ally's news. They legit said delinquencies are dropping. We're on the opposite side. We're actually like getting more and more stable, right? I just think this is great. I don't know. I'm so bullish on SoFi Technologies right now. It is still my biggest position in my portfolio, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I don't know. I've been rambling for 20 minutes now. Have a good day.